I would say that probably one of the biggest, most important turning points in my life was during my freshman year, during basketball season when I tried out. Basically, it was a battle between weed and basketball. And basically, so that week of tryouts, I was already kind of like on a downward spiral. Me and my mom were going through some things, which I'll get into later on. And then also, I was beginning to discover the wonderful, beautiful drug known as marijuana. My friends had brought it to my attention, and at first I was kind of like, I don't really go that route. I don't smoke weed. I don't do grass, man. I don't do grass. But eventually, I fell under peer pressure. It happens. And I remember the first time I smoked weed was actually over by the Circle K, over by my house, behind it. And in Tucson, Arizona, there's a Circle K on every single corner, so I know it's very vague, which is on purpose because I don't need to y'all figure it out if you know who I am. But anyways, so I was with my friends. We were all sitting in this little tree area that was pretty dope. It's like our hangout spot. I used to go there all the time. And basically, I was watching them smoke weed at that spot for a couple months now. And finally, they're like, Jaron, you just gotta try it out, man. Just gotta try it out. Just give it a shot, man. And peer pressure is a motherfucker. I was trying to be cool. So yeah, I took a big old fat rip and I started coughing and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I went to Circle K and I bought a pack of Skittles. I walked home. It's like a 5-minute walk. And then I sat down. I went upstairs. I walked in my house, went upstairs, sat down in my house, turned on the TV, watched The Simpsons. Episode of The Simpsons was apparently like the funniest episode I had ever seen in my life. I don't even remember what episode it was, but it was hilarious. I don't know what it was. It was hilarious though. And I opened up the pack of Skittles and I poured it in there and I eat it. And that pack of Skittles was like the most incredible, amazing pack of Skittles I had ever eaten in my life. I don't even know how, but when I ate it, it was just like an orgasm of tasting the rainbow, just like all up in my mouth, no homo. Just psh. It's great. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? This is what the... I thought someone did something to the pack of Skittles or something, or I got like a secret bonus pack that no one else had ever gotten. And then also my fingers started doing this like weird involuntary thing where it started going like this. And so I'm sitting there eating this pack of Skittles, laughing my ass off, watching The Simpsons. Just like, what is going on? This is crazy. And I ended up calling up my homie and I'm like, yo, all this shit's happening. What's up with these Skittles? Did you do something to these Skittles? What's going off my hand? This weed you gave me is crazy. He's like, bro, you're just high. Just relax, enjoy The Simpsons, enjoy your Skittles, and enjoy the ride. And I had a good night that night. I slept well. It was great. It was awesome. And that was really the first time I had actually gotten high off weed. The very next day, though, was basketball tryouts. And so, when it comes to me playing basketball, I'll be dead honest. I'm not the best. I'm not Allen Iverson. I got a little jump shot. I got a little bit of handles, and I'm more of a defensive player because I'm so tall and lanky and whatever. But yeah, I wasn't gonna win any awards for best basketball player at my school. And as far as my school goes, I was already kind of cool anyways. A lot of people knew me for the morning announcements. I wasn't really hanging out with the popular kids, and I wasn't really hanging out with the jocks. I was kind of hanging out with the cool, almost Breakfast Club type kids, the hipster, but we do cool stuff like drugs and parties, but we don't hang out with all the cool stuff because that's not cool type of kids. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. And yeah, I was one of those kids, and I was on the morning announcements, so people knew my face. I was probably the most well-known face in my school at the time, and I did it all 4 years. And yeah, so I was known for that. So for me, in terms of my cool factor, I wasn't trying to get extra cool points by joining the basketball team. So for me, it was whatever. If I make the basketball team, I'll make the basketball team. A lot of it was from my mom. She really, 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 really wanted me to make the basketball team. I think a lot of that was because of the fact that she knew that I was kind of fucking up a little bit, and I was starting this downward spiral, hanging out with the wrong crowd, et cetera, so forth, yada, yada, yada. So she really, really wanted me to get on the team. She was pushing for me to start training and work on my jump shot and all that. And when I was younger, as a kid, I was all about basketball. Like my favorite basketball players were like Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan, and like I watched the finals like religiously for years and years, and I was all about it. And yeah, I think she really cultivated that. She bought me a basketball hoop for Christmas, and like I was the coolest kid in my neighborhood because I had the basketball hoop, and we do tournaments and stuff. And she really wanted to see me be successful as a basketball player. And for me, I was like, I don't know, Mom, like I'm not really that good, but we'll try. And so we tried out for the team. And so tryouts, the way that it worked, that there was a point system. So there was a bunch of different stations and drills you had to do. And you got a certain number of points, and if you hit 65 points, then you're on the team. You make it. Good job. Yes. So for me, I'm like, all right, I can do this, like whatever. So we went in there and we ran the drills, and we all sat down, and the coaches had a little scoreboard, and you write out the score, and it was like, all right, Jaron Ikner, you got 63 points. And I'm like, what the fuck? I got cut by 2 points. And I remember sitting there and looking at my homie, and he's all like, should have just tried a little bit harder. And I just wanted to smack him in the face because, like, he made the team. So, it was like whatever. But so, at that point, I could have, like, went to the coach and pled my case and been like, hey, like, coach, like, I'm going to things or whatever. I could have said something to get on the fucking team if I really wanted to, but I didn't really care. When I heard the number, I was mad, but I wasn't mad because I didn't make the team. I was just kind of mad that I didn't win. If that makes any sense? Like, because I don't like losing. So, like, when I didn't make the team, I was like, oh shit, like I lost. And I don't really care about playing on the team. I just wanted to know that I could, I guess. And, I think the worst part about that was when my mom picked me up from the tryouts, and like, she was very anxious and all excited. And I sit in the car, and she's like, so Jaron, did you make the team? And I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't. Nope, sorry. And she, like, the look of disappointment on her face, and she's just like, oh. It was actually probably like one of the most disappointed times I ever heard her in my life. She was pretty damn sad that I didn't make the team. For me, it was like whatever. And, so that same night, I went and got high with my homies. And I've been kind of smoking weed like almost every day since then. Weed has been an extremely important thing in my life, if not one of the most important things besides my son and my music and those who are close to me. But we have to probably do a whole nother episode dedicated to weed. But just to keep things short, in terms of high school, like weed propelled it. A lot of people say that weed is a gateway drug. And in terms of my experience, I kind of have to agree. Opened up a lot of other drugs for me in high school, including LSD and cocaine and all kinds of wild shit, alcohol. Yeah. So I just know that freshman year, weed versus basketball. Basketball lost, and we beat the shit out of it. And that kind of started this whole, that's why I say this, because it's a whole, really like probably my very first real like crossroads in my life where I had to make a decision to do something, and it caused me to be where I'm at today. It's the first real like parallel division, cross section, dimension, multiverse of my life. I always often wonder, like, what would happen if I made the basketball team? Would my life be that much different? Probably. Who knows? But it's whatever. We're here now in 2018 making YouTube vlogs and shit. So anyways, that's the story about weed and basketball. And this is another chapter in my visual memoirs. I appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to the page for more cool stories coming from my mind, my heart, and my soul. One love.